This is the Big Chillin Podcast.
Welcome to the Big Chillin Podcast. Phones are the devil.
The devil.
One
of the many two.
Devil.
I said the devil.
Oh, yeah.
At devil.
They're devil tech and
Devil tech.
technology gives
Devil
me
tech.
hope, though.
It's like a big building. Devil tech.
Oh, devil tech.
That's fucking
I go down to
hilarious.
devil tech. It's like Radio Shack.
Devil tech.
No, but
Oh my god.
phones are evil, and technology is the devil.
Whoa. Wait a minute. I don't know if it means to be evil.
That's true. I think
You know.
I don't know. I think we're using it not for evil. I think we just don't
Yeah.
know what we're doing.
If you think of
We
the
made a
phone,
cool thing,
Yeah.
and we just use it all the time because it's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's a tool,
Yeah.
but it's become also a tool for entertainment.
Entertainment, just like
And-
passing time.
Yeah.
Why be bored when you don't have to?
Yeah, and it's funny. I used to think like, hey, that lame social media guy who's like, get up. It was slam poetry, so it was the stupidest way to portray
Yeah.
anything. But like,
I'm honest. I just always end up on the side of whatever they're slamming.
I don't. Yeah, I mean,
No,
yeah,
you-
I basically do. It's like, you know what? Screw this
No,
guy. I'm going to my phone way more, dick. You know what? Screw it. I'm
gonna
all over
increase my
social media
screen
now. You
time.
piece of shit.
I saw knees over toes guy talk about like how you got to get off your phone or something.
Forward
Like,
neck too.
Oh man, too bad I'm done listening to this guy now. I
Yeah.
love my phone.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you mean
Yeah,
get off
dude.
the phone, buddy? It's like you rely on everyone being stuck to their phone. I mean, not him
No, okay.
particularly, but like
Yeah, yeah.
TikTok idiots.
No, but you need people to be consuming his stuff.
Yeah. No, they could.
But I get what he's saying, like for productivity.
oh
and
yeah.
for well-being, I guess too. Or like having a healthy relationship with your devices.
Yeah.
But they happened so fast that
They did.
there wasn't really time for people to consider that.
Yeah.
People in the profession of getting people, or like, I don't know, life skills, that type of thing. It didn't really enter the
Mhm.
lexicon of, or it didn't really enter the conversation of like safety and what you're supposed to do, because they just kind of integrated into our lives.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the iPhone was the first one, right? They came out like
Yeah.
what, 18 years ago in 2007 or something, which is crazy that it only took 18 years
Yeah.
for this phone to become this way.
And it
And-
normalized fucking immediately.
And yeah, everyone was like, "Wow, this is amazing!" Everyone loved it.
Everyone got
Everyone loved it. Dad's friends are like, one of Dad's friends is like, "Oh my god, the screen we're like, the screen follows you. Like if you
What does
turn
that
it,
mean?
it turns to the side." So
Oh,
you,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
it's
"Holy
And it was
shit!"
completely different than anything that was out, like the
Yeah.
the flip phones and the keyboards.
Yeah, which were
Um,
cool. Like the little slidey thing I had a Samsung Rogue. That was badass. Little.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait,
I
that was a
liked those
touchscreen.
too. I liked those
was after
cool
the
little
iPhone.
devices, but the slab just was instantly
Yeah.
the best.
It's flip phones
Um,
before that.
Yeah, the guy on the podcast that was listening, he had so many fucking good ideas, like
Yeah.
good ideas, but simplistic, like no simplified things that are otherwise complex to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
Which I like, and like a lot of tidbits about stuff like that, like Steve Jobs.
Oh, Steve Jobs
was
tidbits.
Awesome. He thought of something that, I mean, he didn't really. He was talking about how he didn't like. He revolutionized that in the world, but he saw something and did something that was a little different than
Oh, yeah.
what other people were doing, and went with it, and had the
I'll just adjust it right now.
like confidence to, I guess, and there was nothing like stopping him from going against the grain, and then just going with his idea. And
Yeah.
people say that things are impossible or like not possible until like a guy does it,
Yeah, I mean, it has to be
Like
like,
that?
yeah.
or just like normally you wouldn't spend that much money to do that or bet on that succeeding until someone does. Elon Musk too with landing rockets. I guess is the best example of that. But that was just like they didn't even try it because they were like, no, it's not gonna work. If it if it was possible, it would have already been done by someone who's an expert. That's like an appeal to authority
Ridiculous.
type
Yeah,
of
it's
thing,
so
and
insane.
it's a thing that we tell ourselves that stops us from doing things. I guess a lot of time, like if that would have been done by NASA already, if he's like,
Turns
no.
out no.
I don't know.
Math was there.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna do the math on
Yeah.
it if you don't want to. It's almost like laziness of
Yeah.
oh, that's not possible. Someone would.
Well, whatever they found on the moon, we were like, you know what? We're just gonna calm down with the whole rocket thing, going to
Did
planets
they
and
find
stuff.
something scary?
They must have found. I mean, literally, something must have been
It's
terrifying.
been since 1969
Yeah.
that we haven't been
Were you
back.
gonna say
to-
anything more about the smartphone though? I don't want to.
Yeah, no, there's we can go
Yeah.
back to that at any
But
point. It's
we'll
just
finish
like
the moon
revolutionary technology. I like
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, well, the space travel just makes that so much. I mean, like the shit that came. I mean, I can't.
Yeah.
I probably
And the
can't
stuff
name
that
something.
came
Maybe
about
the
just, like,
microwave. I don't know.
As maybe a
not.
side invention because
Yeah.
of space, like maybe
'Cause, yeah.
because of an astronaut needing a certain thing that now we have this
Mhm.
new material that we didn't have before that
Yeah.
is extra warm but doesn't make you sweat or
Necessity
yeah.
is the mother of
Fuck.
invention.
Oh yeah, that's like the mother.
A
Fucker.
fucker. It is the motherfucker too, but no.
Necessity is the motherfucker.
Yeah, but
I wish that could
literally,
be a title, but it can't.
it
It's YouTube.
can't be. We'll get.
Let's just upload all these to Patreon
Yeah, we probably should, but that's hilarious. Whatever. But
with the real titles.
yeah, off the mic ideas. No, yeah, with actual good titles. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, literally, if they kept
not
on.
to anger YouTube.
No, yeah, whatever. YouTube. They're already
We're
mad.
gonna have to do some.
They already
sort
hate
of
us.
a ritual brain dance thing to
Yeah.
get some monetism on
Yeah.
this.
They already hate us. I bet all the dirty looks I get are from YouTube employees all day.
Oh yeah,
Just random ones
walking
in
around.
Florida.
You get a lot of dirty looks.
No. Just the ones I get randomly out of,
Oh,
like
yeah.
once a year. I'm like, that was weird.
Yeah, it's like must be a YouTuber.
Hilarious. No, but yeah, if they
Must be
kept
a
on
hater.
going, yeah, it must be a hater. If they kept on going with, maybe establishing some sort of moon type base.
We should have been going back and forth already. There should have been tourist things.
Yeah. It was like literally just
Probably.
a dick swinging contest with fucking Russia. We're like,
Yeah.
yep, ours is 12 inches and we're good. That's
I
it
guess-
forever.
And Russia's like, damn,
Only
ours
11.
is never gonna be 12 inches.
Yeah. We only have 11 and a half with 7 inches of,
Girth.
diameter.
Yeah, but the moon. Either this is one of I guess the arguments of people who are like, we didn't go.
Yeah, it's like,
Like,
I mean, damn.
I mean, I guess, but
we didn't
it's
stay.
Still, we certainly didn't stay if we did go.
So imagine if, like, instead
left some
of
shit
Iraq,
there.
the moon,
Yeah, we could have been.
instead of Iraq spending all that infrastructure money on the moon base,
Man,
it's so dumb. But the
Yeah.
U.S., it's over for the U.S.
we'll figure it out. But they were talking about on this podcast how Mars is completely different. It's another planet.
There's liquid water.
It's got stuff.
Yeah.
It's got radiation or whatever.
You put scrubbers,
uh,
scrubbers, man.
Yeah, I think we can like maybe give it a spritz of something like all around
Yeah.
the planet.
There's some sort of
Have some
radiation-consuming bacteria we could just, like, invade the planet with.
Yeah, I mean like maybe we do that, but then
Yeah.
I don't know. Go around invading planets with bacteria and shit.
You just throw peroxide all over the planet to create oxygen.
We're gonna
and kill
ask
the
our
bacteria.
a question of ethics on a planet that has no life on it.
Yeah, well, that we know of.
Yeah, that we know.
Yeah, we haven't
Um,
discovered, the other side of. Checked out the other side of Mars.
We haven't really
checked out
gone
every
that
side?
deep, I don't think.
No.
I don't know if anyone's like drilled in there.
Yeah, so there could be people inside of it, or whatever, Martians.
There could be people inside of it. There could be
Yeah.
mini organisms living in the ice, maybe.
Yeah,
Little people.
or big ass weird monsters.
Big ass weird monsters as well. We've
yeah.
seen King Kong. You know what's in the middle of Earth.
Yeah, best thing to do is like shoot him in the head a bunch of times in the ice and then freeze him, or then defrost, or just shoot him into space.
You're saying like just make sure they're like
Yeah,
dead
just
before
pew
you
pew.
unfreeze them.
Yeah, I mean
You
that's
want
what they
that.
never do in anything. It's like we'll just unfreeze this thing. It probably won't survive. It's probably dead.
And you have one guy.
Yeah, let's shut up.
Um,
No, we were not weird.
I certainly wouldn't go on the first thing, but if they get
Hell
a
no.
million people there, and these are not just a million regular people, a million like
Good
specialized,
fucking- yeah.
people doing what they're doing, and like creating a society, like an actual colony there on Mars that's self-sustaining. That
Mhm.
if Earth gets blowed up,
Yeah.
we'll have a chance of
Hmm.
dying on Mars too.
I think there should be a test to get to Mars.
Test to get to Mars.
Yeah, like certain people, if you have a certain, whatever, you can't get on Mars.
Republicans.
Yeah. Certain,
But also no Democrats.
ideology. Yeah, none of those.
Probably they're not going to allow Americans. Let's just be honest.
They'll just do like, literally, they'll give them no option to like just have like 3 areas to walk
like you
through,
have the
like a
box.
middle.
You have the check.
Yeah, the
thing,
check
and
box.
it's are you white, Hispanic, Pacific Islander,
Yeah,
other?
hilarious. Or and you have to like check. There's like certain things you answer questions certain ways, like they do with the replicants in Blade Runner or whatever. Like, you're about to sit down to a delicious dinner of boiled dog. What do you put on top of the dog? They're like, well, I do, because they answer like it's normal.
Yeah.
But it'd be normal for other cultures to eat a dog. But
Like,
it's just an
mustard.
American-made movie. Yeah, fucking yeah, soup. I don't know. It's hilarious.
Soup on top of it
Exactly. Yeah, they're so weird. Well, they're robot thingies, but yeah, there's like a test.
as a garnish. Imagine like roasting all these robots that come in there for steak.
Hilarious. You put steak on top of the dog. Oh my god. We
Get
got
outta
one. No, but literally, I don't know. I mean, it's not like, a crazy test, just to make sure people aren't going to like bring a truck there and coal roll,
No coal rolling.
Or
on
maybe
Mars.
that'll be good for like, climate change
No
to
combustion.
help
It's
the
this
planet.
Anti-combustion planet.
Yeah, no combustion engines of any kind.
No combustion of any kind.
No gasoline
If there's
contraband.
fire, you will be punished.
No, I mean fire's cool.
No warmth.
Li-
I can maybe.
Fire's combusting things that are on Mars is okay, unless it's like oily shit. We're not doing that.
No oily
And
combustion.
never that.
All right, so
No.
actually with the phones here, I want to go back.
Let's go back. I want to go back too.
The next step, or they've been stagnant for a little bit.
They have.
as
It's
we
been a
know.
brick.
There hasn't been anything revolutionary, really.
Yeah, the camera's getting
Since-
better.
Yeah,
Processor's
they make
getting
the cameras better.
Touchscreens get more feedbacky.
I guess some of them are more durable. The waterproofing was like the only craze there.
They're heavier now. I noticed.
They are a little
Yeah.
heavier.
More solid feeling.
The next step is, I don't know. People are already thinking, like I think this too. I'm like, oh my god, this is kind of stupid. It's not giving me the result
Mhm.
that I need here. We need more specific. We need them to be a little smarter,
Yeah.
and we need them to be a little faster. Like it's sometimes annoying to have to go between app and app.
Yeah,
which
it
is
is.
why Neuralink eventually, or some sort of brain implant, whether we like it or not, is the next step
Yeah.
in technology that's like gonna make things easier for us, make us more productive. And like I love the science fiction part of it too, and that's almost that may become a reality for real. Like you can save memories, maybe share a memory instead of describing it to somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, you could literally
Or
just
an
project
idea.
it.
You can just think with somebody.
Yeah, like the weird Avatar ponytail things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't have to have a connection at all. It's
Yeah,
wireless.
ponytail.
Thinking with some people in a room
Yeah.
with ideas. You don't need to think out loud and have that barrier.
Mhm.
Problems will come with it, of course.
Yeah.
The one I think of is like human connectivity. We're so much more connected than we're maybe supposed to be with people that are far away.
Yeah.
And like that can go in many ways, like people far away or just like relationships with people.
Mhm.
It's just like interesting to think about. We were never supposed to like be connected with everybody on the world or everybody on the planet.
Well, who knows if we were supposed to
maybe-
be or not, yeah.
Or supposed to is an interesting word.
Maybe we're not ready. Maybe it's
to
too
say
early.
there. But and maybe we were. Maybe eventually this is the way we're supposed to go. You go from a small village to a larger society, and we
That's what's happening.
eventually try to figure out how to interact with each other. There's wars, there's battles, there's
Yeah.
fights, murder, and all kinds of things.
Yeah, email
Um,
came out before this. I mean,
Email came out. That was
AOL or whatever
yeah,
that shit was. People could communicate all around the world already.
That's true. And we're only
it's just
becoming more
easier.
connected. This is
Yeah.
we had audio
Mhm.
first. Now we have like there's like the video chats and
Yeah.
things. If you can just be in someone's or like chat with somebody from far away, that's gonna have
Mhm.
incredible implications for like transferring of ideas and
Yep.
how fast that can happen and how like that can be, or how fast you can shit talk somebody. I don't know,
Yeah.
like if you're like how conflicting that's gonna be. Some people, I don't know, it's not gonna work with some
Yeah.
people, but who wouldn't want the abilities that it comes with?
Yeah.
This is the coolest thing ever. Imagine
Grasps the mic.
he grabs the mic with two hands. So, music. If I have an idea musically and I want to translate it to the guitar, just that's like, I mean, I can do that. I can then come and play the guitar and the melody that I have in my head, and figure that out. It takes a little bit sometimes. But what if I wanted to do a harmony?
Yeah. What if?
What if I wanted two guitars playing? What if I wouldn't really even need to touch the guitar in that scenario with Neuralink if I had it connected to my interface here.
Mm-hmm.
I could have the drums going at the same time and really have my idea in real time
Yeah.
come out with drums, guitar, bass. If I wanted to have like test out a melody for singing or lyrics or anything, that could be a full song with all the, like, maybe I want an orchestra back there or something. I can put that in there. I don't
Yeah.
need to use my hands and be that limited. That's insane. If I can then record that, right?
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. I mean,
That's
it's amazing.
the craziest thing ever. And that doesn't just go for music, but
Mhm.
you can then, I mean, what if musicians in the future are just live streaming from their heads
Yeah.
and people are like, oh, can I get in? Yeah, that's $50 though.
Yeah. $50
Um,
to get in and play. You're
or
playing like whatever in your
Or
head.
something. That's what people are going to do, and they're going to make money streaming music straight from their head, or streaming ideas, maybe not just music, but movies, scenes, animated things. Animation would maybe in that scenario not be as big of a thing because you could really portray things.
Yeah.
But that's even too much
It
of
still
a
takes
future extrapolation
yeah.
to even say.
Still takes the creative mind to do it.
It
but
does. It's
you
not-
will have an
yeah.
easier. Just like right now, it takes a creative mind to there's the technology, but you have to
Mhm.
be creative enough to animate something or
Yeah.
have something to animate or draw.
People are going to complain about it and be like, well, back in my day we had to do this. We were better in somehow.
Tom
in
and
some
Jerry.
Fashion.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry was great.
One-stop
But
shop. That's
I'm
like in the
talking
30s.
about with Neuralink and
Oh,
if
yeah.
people are creating things that easily and maybe it's musical and they're not and they don't even play an instrument. Well, they
Yeah.
would probably have to play an instrument maybe to
Yeah.
be able to think of the things, and you'd still have to know music and how to create a song. So it wouldn't be that
Yeah.
ridiculous, but people would still complain about it as they did with when the electric guitar came out, when that was unnatural, and
Yeah. Weird.
how
How weird.
that I mean, they probably didn't even consider it an instrument at some point.
Oh my god.
Keyboards, synth.
Yeah.
When
Drums.
people now creating electronic music, people are like, well, that's not music. But what if they were just, I mean, they have these noises in their head, it translates to that
Yeah.
instead. In the 80s or 70s, they probably would have played regular music or not.
Mhm.
I don't know. It just gave another creative avenue for people. But think of the noises people are going to create in their head when you don't have to spend hours and hours unpacking them.
Yeah.
So
That's gonna be some.
that's what
shit.
I'm excited about. I'm excited for that's just one way that Neuralink can go, or that future. I don't even want to just say Neuralink because there's going to be more than one
Yeah.
brain computer interface.
Neuralink type things. We just don't know what to call it.
Yeah,
They
we don't
kind of
know.
chose the
And
name
we-
that expands
maybe
throughout
this
the whole thing.
is going to sound potentially stupid in the future because it could either be better than that, be worse than that, and be like a dud. But I don't think so, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And
it's probably going to be a fair middle ground in between superpowers and
Mhm.
just slightly faster accessibility on
Yeah.
the internet and faster searching and faster transfer of ideas.
Yeah, and it will hopefully unite enough of the human race to end
Yes.
some, enough human suffering to where the human race can actually move beyond the like weird tribal crap we got going on. Maybe that'll stop some of those evolutionary aspects.
I think it would definitely be more personal. The
Yeah.
internet right now, in comment sections, it's so anonymous, so people like go after each other.
Yeah.
With like a brain interface, you're like a little bit more
Yeah.
intimate, I think. So maybe it's going to be more difficult for people. Maybe that would spark better interactions between people.
Yeah, maybe there's some physical block function too you could put in there.
Yeah.
Whatever, the Neuralink thing does, whatever you see. But yeah, I mean, it's going to really like basically the equivalent of with helping to end like atrocities and stuff. The equivalent of people getting shown on TV the Vietnam War, or like when the American GIs led the German citizens through the concentration camps and made them see what was going on, and that ended that pretty quick. And there's really there's nothing going on still in Germany at least, but there's obviously some genocide going on around the world. It's just they haven't whatever, but that'll get exposed.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
Exposure, the internet, like in our society right now, just having that exposure stops a lot of atrocities from ever starting.
Yeah. So I mean that's excellent.
Yeah.
And it only hopefully it's only uniting the globe
on that
more.
podcast, was how that could happen
Really?
With technology, because
Yeah.
not just technology, but that in general, because of the conversations that would happen, or like the social interactions in the metaverse.
Yeah, because what happened when people saw the atrocities live, or not live, or recorded on TV from the Vietnam War?
With connectivity,
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was saying earlier, with people not, or were we ever supposed to be this connected? That kind of gives us either an empathy and like a seeing of all these conflicts happening.
Yeah.
Like, wow, we can't stand that, but like we're so far away. That hurts us, but
Yeah.
we gotta, I don't know if the interfaces could allow us to.
It'll reach
See,
the right person with the power.
Yeah, and
At
see,
some
if we
point.
had Neuralink, we'd be able to convey this better to everyone.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just interesting to think
Yeah.
about how that could even go further
Mhm.
in either direction, because the conflict would be interesting too.
Yeah. Yeah, because
We're just meeting each other online, like
Yep.
everybody around the world. That's like why we see all this like arguing in comment sections and
Mhm.
nobody knowing how to talk to anybody.
And I wonder when that'll end. How many more decades will the meeting phase be over, and like some sort of congregation phase will begin, or like the phases of the social media age? Because
a
it's
good
not
question.
going to always be ridiculous arguing, hopefully.
Well, if you look at it from what I was saying earlier with tribe to tribe
Yeah.
type conflicts, and
Mhm.
then you grow into a bigger city.
Yeah.
In the tribe, you know everybody. You have that like personal
Mm-hmm.
thing,
The personal connection or whatever.
and then
Sorta.
in a bigger society, you still need to work together, but you don't know everybody. It relies on a
Basically,
partner,
the
like a
directive.
community. It
Yeah.
relies on, and it's not as prominent because it's not as or prominent or obvious
Mhm.
in our heads, but it's that working together
Yeah.
makes the group more likely to succeed.
Yeah, there's an evolutionary communal sense, or like an evolutionary directive to perpetuate the human species in a way, like together. But like the thing is, like I was talking about a couple days ago or whatever, I was mentioning, when a hurricane happens, people who pretty much would never look at each other in the street or even like, do anything.
Mm.
They get in their boats and stuff, and they save each other's dogs or save each other off roofs or whatever. People they don't even know, because that's just what you do. There's some sort of instinct to do that still. We recognize that we're humans. Obviously, lions don't have that. I know. Well, actually, lions do have that too, because if they see a lion getting attacked by hyenas, they will try and stop the hyenas from attacking, even if it's like a different lion from another whatever pride, because they want to perpetuate the lion species, and they recognize that sort of thing. Not every animal species has that, or I guess they'll kill each other as well if they're over territory, but most of the time they will not try and do that, I guess. But humans have that, and maybe with Neuralink or with some sort of other thing, or even social media with the phones, however many more years that happens, those people can congregate. And it's already, those people do congregate already. Not, it can get into a large enough easy to communicate. I don't know, sort of gathering or whatever, or some sort of virtual. Maybe the metaverse is the next
virtual meeting
phase.
space.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so when more senses, I guess, become involved with the metaverse, like if you can see someone and actually interact with them, I don't know if feel is ever going to be
Yeah.
involved with that, either like haptic suits or with Neuralink somehow being able to
Mm-hmm.
access your like all of your neurons and how you feel,
Yeah.
or all of your nerves. That would be very interesting. But like, I don't know, you'd be
Mhm.
given metaverse massages.
Yeah, basically, if you're arguing with someone on the internet or whatever, and it's like so important over politics or whatever, you sit down in the meta bar, have a meta beer,
Yeah.
get out your meta notebook, each of you be like, all right, we're going to write down everything we want politically or whatever, and we're going to find where we agree, and we're going to just, put that aside, really, really, really focus on, like, whatever brings us
Mhm.
together and not try and argue right now. Or we could, if we don't agree, we could just fake stab each other to death.
Or
so
you could
fake
get
fight.
in a fake octagon.
Yeah, the
and-
fake octagon with fake weapons, and then fake stab each other to
Well, you could, you
to
know.
fake death.
Yeah, we do the fake UFC fight,
Yeah,
or a meta UFC.
yeah. So
It's gonna be a thing.
yeah, or like if people somewhere who are being oppressed or whatever can
That's a way to be in the same room with somebody that's
Literally,
halfway
yeah.
across
Well,
the world, or all the way across the world. So
virtually,
that's
literally,
just
virtually,
further
virtually.
perpetuating like a society of
Yeah.
Earth or a society on a planet.
Not
with
in
everybody
countries.
interacting,
Yeah,
because that's how progress really gets made. If
Yeah.
we want to, really, that's how a singularity maybe happens. But
borders are gonna have to go bye bye. Eventually.
and virtually they kind of will be, I guess.
Yeah, so
they probably
that'll be the
will.
first
I
removal.
mean, they'll probably stay there for that long. But as we just immerse ourselves in virtual worlds and
Yeah,
communicate and assimilate a little bit fully, and maybe actively shape humanity's future, I think that's when that happens. 'Cause we don't really do that.
no.
Individually, we can plan days and
Yeah.
weeks, and for our own lives, maybe family lives, and kind of coordinate all that. But it's really, there's so many moving parts, and it's impossible to do that unless we're all incredibly connected.
Yeah,
So with Neuralink, if that brings that in a way, and there's some AI helping us out in that fashion, it's weird. Like the branches of like where that can go, and then what those little events then break off into
yeah.
is crazy. It's overwhelming to think about. But I
Yep.
want to read more and
Read
get
more.
off my phone more, I guess, and figure that
Yeah.
or help try to figure that stuff out.
Yeah, and it's funny seeing the kids, like, basically, even watching a basketball game on the TV, on the television set.
Jason Tatum's son.
Yeah, seeing that, I was like, oh my god, these kids are fucked from birth. They're screwed
If
with the
you- yeah,
phone.
You put the screen in front of them, an iPad in front of them from the day they're born.
And it's like,
It's an interesting
it's like video games.
part
like,
of it. Yeah, it is.
You're like, whoa, man, that's
Um,
awesome.
But it's another part of your
Yeah.
like a changing environment that's only going to get different as he gets older. But
Yeah, but imagine how the more real, like, the social media and shit's gonna be when they're a kid, or like, an older kid, and then they're like a whatever tween and shit. Oh my god, dude! And the fucking metaverse is gonna be fully developed, and like, it's 10
yeah.
years from now. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like 10 years
as a
from now,
psychology student, I'm just like thinking of all the shit
Yeah.
that's going to fuck him up. But
what? It's crazy.
also the shit that could help him. I mean,
Yeah, but will they? A lot of people they get cyberbullied
thing-
somehow.
yeah, it's tough to get out of the metaverse. Or like
Yeah.
you sign off at school and everybody's laughing at you in the
Yeah.
metaverse. Damn.
Oh, that guy,
Cyber
you could
school.
literally murder that guy. So
Become a meta school shooter.
do a
at
meta
that
mass
point.
shooting, meta mass school shooting.
Jeez.
That's fine.
The way that's gonna go, like out of the next 5 years, are important there.
It's gonna be crazy.
But the first thing that Neuralink is gonna be doing, I guess, is helping people with disabilities
Yep.
maybe walk again, help see again, hear
Yeah.
better.
That should be the first use.
And it'll be used for that. And then when you start getting into the other things, the things that would really set a person apart and make them fundamentally different
Yep.
from another human,
Yep.
and just better at certain things, more productive, not just like productive, but productive in things you want to do, like not just at work getting stuff done, but you want to accomplish goals, and like this is a
Yeah.
thing that keeps you really on that, in a multitude of ways.
You can, like,
But-
turn up your focus or whatever. Turn up
your
your
focus. You could set an
calmness.
alarm. You can have your Neuralink help you figure out what to eat, what's best for your body. If it's taking
Yeah.
all your vitals, knows how you're digesting.
Mm-hmm.
And this is down the line, maybe when it's partnered up with an app.
Just
or
maybe
like
30
like
years
an
from
AI.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, this may be 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
When it's gonna suck because we're gonna be a little older learning how to use it, and the
Well, we
kids
just-
are gonna
you
be
know,
like amazing
yeah.
at it.
We'll keep using technology. We'll be fine.
Yeah,
we can also
but this
learn.
is gonna be like using a toaster or like using a, I don't know, a clothesline compared to them
Yeah.
using a washer.
Well, we already use our phones to learn things. We could use a Neuralink to learn how to use
That's true.
Neuralink.
And yeah, that's the thing. It may just be amazing at helping you know how to do it. So
Probably download
there may
knowledge
not
at
be
that point.
Yeah, there may not be that much of an issue there.
Yeah.
Encoding information, if it gets better, because we're really bad at remembering things. I mean, we're good at it, but
Mm-hmm.
could be so much better if that thing kind of gives you a photographic memory.
Yeah.
In a way, then that's an incredible advantage over every single other person that doesn't have it, which is why they're also talking about making it affordable. So it has to be like LASIK.
Yeah.
It'll be like that, like a few $1,000s.
Yep.
Which is a lot of money, but for something that can set you aside and improve your life
Mhm.
in like probably help you live longer and
Worth it.
in a lot of ways make your life better. Why wouldn't you
Yeah.
do it?
What do we do when there's like whatever replacement organs? Totally getting every single
Who
one.
knows how that's gonna happen with like we always wanted to make ourselves live longer,
Yeah.
and it's either I don't know, are we gonna upload ourselves into a fake
Like a T800.
body with
That'd be sweet.
yeah, maybe something like just like a new body, a fresh set of organs.
They just
or
regrow a new
something.
body.
But at that point, I know you just need to be able to feel stuff. If
Yeah.
you have your memories and all of your experiences. I don't know. How long would you want to live though?
That's the thing. Basically, it would have to be space travel would have to happen because on the planet, like if that's the only
Speculated
thing.
50 centuries would be
Yeah.
enough for Lex Friedman and this other guy.
So 5,000 years.
Not
You're
for
saying?
they're like eternity would be horrible.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
but
good. At some point, you're gonna be like,
50,000.
whatever.
It's 50,000.
Yeah.
Or like, no, is that 50,000 years? 50
Yeah.
centuries?
Yeah, at some point, like thinking's just like, oh my god, probably like 100,000, like 100 years
5,000 years would be
or
cool.
5,000. Yeah, I mean that'd be fascinating. That would take.
That gives you enough time to get
Yeah.
stuff done. And then when you look at it with 50 centuries to get stuff done, and then you only get one, basically, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, because at that point maybe you could be on another planet, maybe populate another planet, depending on what happens with maybe AG technology comes out and stuff. But wow, it's funny. Like seriously though, how hard is it going to be for people to stop looking at phones like when they've grown up with them and that's it? That's all they've
I don't
known to
know.
look at.
Apparently, we just need to get a few years down the line to get brain interfaces to solve that issue for everybody. But people are looking at their phones a lot. I think we don't really have that much screen time. We check it sometimes, but
Oh yeah.
we're not really on as much as other people. I would still like to not be on my phone as much though.
Yeah, you can only look at like butts and fish aquariums or in aquariums
only
and on
do it so
Instagram
much.
so much. It's like, all right, well, it's pretty cool.
And then you're like,
Fish
all right,
aquarium.
just click on the same app again. I'm just gonna do something else.
Yeah. Fish aquarium, running shoes, fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's tough.
Jesus and Christ.
I mean, YouTube. I like listening to podcasts. That's a productive way of using the phone.
Yeah, you learn shit. You know?
Audiobooks, maybe.
Yeah.
Audiobooks. I'll just put it in my ears.
Yeah, audiobooks. I mean, I don't know if that's quite the same as reading, but you still acquire
Allegedly,
knowledge.
it's pretty
so.
good.
Yeah.
I guess
So it's. I mean, yeah, it is. I mean, I
Um,
remember a lot of stuff. Pretty much, almost like, I don't know, the whole book I've read.
I've always been skeptical
Yeah.
of audiobooks, though, too.
Yeah, me
for some
too.
reason.
Yeah, it just takes less
Those are
time
good.
really to consume a book because you're listening to it, but reading is just as good. I mean, I didn't listen to. See, I've listened to Christopher Hitchens' book. I've listened to Noam Chomsky books. Those are pretty much the only two books I've listened to. I've
Well,
read.
Hitchens has a great voice.
Yeah, he's got a
listen
great
to
reading
as
voice.
well.
It is narrated by him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's the stuff that's cool. I would
Yeah.
love to do that. I gotta read that book. That's a little. I still haven't finished. The
yes.
Immortality Key.
Ah.
But I will get going on that
yeah,
and just read the entire thing right now, probably.
yeah,
This
and
is
like
the end of the
basically,
podcast. I'm gonna start reading.
yeah, go ahead reading.
Get out of here, everybody.
It'd be hilarious. That'd be a funny way to exit out of the podcast. It like pans out. We're just like reading a book.
That's how lazy the live streams are gonna
Yeah.
get. Me reading.
We're reading.
Or actually, if someone has a cool voice in the future, they can use their
Yeah.
link and live stream to people. Like,
Yeah, right.
actually,
books.
you could just do that now.
Mm.
You could just get on the internet and start reading or whatever.
Inspecto
there's nothing-
Patronum, Harry Potter exclaimed,
He said,
aiming his wand at the Dementors who swirled above him.
did they do that?
No, I just described a scene, but you know.
No, they did. I think it's gonna be cool. I think the future is nice, but it could be. I mean, the technology other than Neuralink could easily be used for bad things, and we know people that
Yeah,
would
already
probably do
does.
that. Yeah.
Already does.
It depends on which direction we go. We'll probably go both directions at the same time and see what happens.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's pretty much how it works.
but there's gonna be a nice middle ground of people making cool stuff.
Yeah, and we'll side with them and build that society, and that society will take off from Earth, and then
Leave?
probably not leave. Just check out the space, and then come back, and
Yeah, that's the thing. I like
Whatever.
Earth. Earth is pretty awesome.
yeah, until
I-
like the real bad
yeah.
weather comes, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's great now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna get like super.
They're saying at the end of the century it's gonna be like whatever.
Oh,
It's gonna be like
well.
not cool or something. I don't know.
Well, hopefully we'll have something cool by then. that
Yeah.
can give us to it.
Like AC, Iron Man suits or whatever.
Yeah, I think all this technology is gonna seem pretty stupid when we got the new stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's how it works. So you just sell that to countries that may or may not be dangerous for a profit. You sell them the crappier stuff. That's what America does. People are like,
Here's
you're
a
giving weapons to whoever. It's like, but yeah, it's the crappy models that we don't want anymore and we don't think are cool. And they don't even know how to use it, so it doesn't matter.
There's people doing that.
It's like the Pentagon. It's not even that cool anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to people don't realize that those are just human beings making those
Yeah.
decisions.
There are people in the Amazon
Anyone could do.
who have smartphones.
Anyone could just decide anything. In those positions of power, they're no less human than we
Yeah.
are. They have emotions. They have
Yes.
good in them and a little bit of bad, maybe.
That is how
Yeah.
humanity will connect.
Yeah, and any of these people can make a horrible decision
Yeah.
at any point.
Oh, yeah.
They could fuck everything.
Yep.
And they don't.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You sometimes get lucky. I was saying earlier, I sometimes like always just get lucky, and when I really don't want to do an assignment, they just move it to another day.
Wow.
And I don't know, I just have that effect on professors.
It's pretty cool.
But yeah,
They're like, you know what?
and
Andrew
it
might not be
sometimes
ready.
happens. Or like sometimes I really don't, or like I've procrastinated or something, which is horrible. I would not like to do that anymore. I'm working on it. But the procrastination, or like I'll like get last minute on something, and they'll extend it, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. Sometimes humanity just, and not sometimes, like almost always, we figure it out at the last second.
Yeah, let's hope it keeps happening. And happening. And happening.
And happening. And happening.
Mm-hmm.
I
Calling
think we're really
eyes.
close to probably inventing some science fiction stuff that's gonna.
Well, I mean, remember
we're
the
saying
smartphone
really close.
is
Are we
out.
just sitting here with like a smartphone?
Yeah,
We have done that already, and people already forget about it and
it's
take
hard
it for
to
granted.
appreciate.
It
right
is.
now.
It's hard to appreciate after a couple of like months
Too much shit going on.
playing on the phone.
I mean, like, not necessarily like, oh, I'm thankful for this, but like, it's hard to, think about like how ridiculously amazing it is
Yeah.
to have a, basically a computer in our pocket. I've never, I've looked up so many things on the internet, but I've never used, haven't used a laptop that much or a computer
Yeah.
that much.
It's like, that's the thing. It's like, oh, it seems like too much work to. Oh, you gotta
Yeah,
open
type.
the laptop and like type the stuff. You gotta wait for it to load.
You can open the
phone
slab.
is so fast.
Yep.
It's the ease of access. The
Yeah, the
Neuralink is
processor.
like that times a million.
Yeah, it's way past. I mean, it's way more advanced than the laptops we have. I mean, I've got like an old HP thing from like 2010.
Yeah, this thing shouldn't even be working.
Yeah, so
This is what we doing the
basically-
podcast on.
yeah, fuck us. I don't know.
But it works every time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Pretty much.
Works 99%
some
of the
works.
time, every time.
Uh,
Hopefully.
I think there's other stuff we probably like smaller things that we take for granted. A lighter, probably.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
crazy.
I've looked at it. I'm like, wow, this. You flick
those-
this thing.
If you need a new one,
There's
you don't have
gas.
to build it.
Nope.
To get all, could you build one of these if we had like 5 years to build one?
Maybe like
And we had to like not just like get. We had to get everything.
Like
Like
get the
start from
gas?
scratch. You have to get.
the butane. No.
This is like the phone
Yeah.
experiment, but
Ridiculous.
even lesser. The scenario they gave was like if a witch came and got rid of all the stuff we've ever made, all of like materials we've ever manufactured, and returned them all to the earth.
That's a really
um,
weird witch,
And like if we can have it all back if we make one iPhone 13.
That's wow. This
And,
witch
like,
is insane.
Yeah, she's a fucking bitch.
She's just out of
And she's like
Out of nowhere.
She's a spicy bitch. She's like different,
really
She's-
different. I mean,
she's
what a
got some stuff going on.
very hyper specific plan here. She has such a good movie
bored.
premise.
It was funny.
Very bored. Yeah, I guess.
So
Done everything.
you have to make an iPhone. You have the entire planet of people to do it. Can we do it? Like not only have to. That's all of our buildings. We're outside. We're naked and stuff already.
Oh, she's just taking everything.
Taking everything.
So everyone's naked on the planet with nothing.
There's stuff we got to figure out to do first, probably, and then maybe assign like
Yeah.
100 people or 1,000 people to figure out this phone thing. And like, but deciding
Yeah.
there's the communication. How do we figure out who's gonna do that? We're now only able to communicate with the people around us.
Yeah.
But somehow everybody knows. We all know about the phone thing. It's been implanted,
Mhm.
and we have all of our knowledge though.
Mhm.
So like people have the knowledge of how to get stuff, how to drill, but we have to make the drill.
How to drill.
We have to make the big drill to get the
Yeah.
oil. We got to make the containers to hold the oil.
Yep. Jeez. Or we just not even get
And we
the
got to
oil.
make sandwiches to power us.
Do vegetable
to make
oils,
Fucking
plastics.
drills to make the
Vegetable.
factories.
Yeah.
And we got to start planting shit again.
Yeah.
And like get some animals shot.
Mhm.
But we got to make some shit to shoot the animals.
Yeah.
Or sharpen some sticks.
Yep. And poke them to death.
It's
we
difficult.
used
But
to.
with the lighter,
Back in the day.
there's a lot of metal. Where are we getting metal?
Yeah, there's some aluminum in there. There's some what is it? Magnesium stuff for the flint. There
You'd need a lot of
is-
stuff.
or like whatever it is. I don't know. Ferrocerium probably.
Yet I can go to
Um,
the store and get one of these
mhm.
very, very cheap. Like $1.
Yep. There's at least
Maybe actually these are like $3.
yeah, butane, petroleum, ferrocerium, probably
The ease of
maybe
access,
tin,
I'm so thankful
some
for.
sort of steel. Oh my God, yeah, nickel for sure is on there. It's nickel plated on the outside.
You think?
Oh, it's chrome. I think nickel
Yeah.
is chrome, right? Or was that not nickel plated?
I mean,
Chrome
there's a
plated.
lot
I
of
forget
chrome
what.
stuff.
I mean, chrome plated and not nickel plated. Stupid. If I can, yeah, it would just be very hard to make that. Probably make a Zippo in like a couple of years.
Yeah,
But
they figured out how to make them in there.
yeah,
Point.
yeah, they came out. Yeah,
But with a lot of prior knowledge to come before.
the first
And a lot
lighter
of
was like
things
this
set
little
up.
sparky thing with a rope on it, and the
think I've
rope
seen
is
those
like
in the
lit, and you blow on the rope.
movies.
Yeah,
Ugh,
yeah, and that's what you lit a cigarette or something with.
it sounds pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Or they just used a match, which worked,
Yeah,
but it
strike
was
anywhere
not nearly
matches.
as cool as a lighter
Nope.
or reliable
Mm-hmm.
as a lighter. I mean, you
Yep.
can get food at the push of a button, any type of food,
Yeah.
but
It's a little bit
it's
of a
hard to
pain.
decide because we're
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I want that.
I don't
But
know.
if
Yeah.
any person from the year 1000 was able to try any of these foods, I don't know if they would like hate them or not even like. I mean, you can't give this bitch a donut and then like not just convulse on the ground.
Some peasant
orgasm.
woman.
Yeah, like just to like have an
Some
incredible
peasant
time.
guy. Yeah.
And maybe like it would mess up their family dynamic. Like, probably
Yeah.
they wouldn't be able to function without tasting another one of those.
Yeah, they realize
the
how
rest of their
shitty everything is.
They're like, oh my god, I am homeless. They, like,
Yeah, we
in
live in a
castle.
mud thing.
Um,
Very funny.
and then all of a sudden they have these expectations. And they're like, I cannot let anyone know about any of this shit.
Yeah.
Um,
And he grows everything to make a donut.
yeah, makes the first donut.
Wow. And he
and
becomes
then
the
dies
king
'cause It
overnight.
took 50 years to figure it
Yeah.
out. And the secret is lost with him. And then it takes that many years anyway. Donut. First one for
Wow.
who was the guy?
What a crazy
You
story.
remember his name? We did an episode on the
Oh,
donut guy.
jeez. That is like a... I don't know.
Alexander?
Maybe. Oh, we're looking him up again.
I gotta know now.
Yeah, me too.
Hanson Gregory.
Yeah, Hanson Gregory. Yeah. Created the oily cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1847.
Mr. Hanson Gregory.
What a guy. I would go back in time. I'm not sure if I'm like super interested in time travel as much. I guess I would be because I want to see that.
It's crazy
I
the
want to see
donut
more of
was
the
invented.
future than the past, though.
Yeah, oh yeah. I would not go back. I would go forward.
I feel like I'd rather get stuck in the future. Like if
Yeah.
you're going on a trip in your car and it's probably gonna break down or
Mhm.
something, I would go somewhere where I'd like to break
Are
down.
you driving out of the city or into it? I'm driving into it.
Yeah.
Or toward
um,
it.
Are you driving to the Everglades or Miami? So
It's good.
or some shit. I don't know. The Sahara Desert or Miami?
Yeah, who knows, you know?
I wouldn't. Maybe.
Yeah.
What was the car analogy about?
It's like going toward the future in time travel.
The car. It's going into the future,
Yeah.
and I would rather get stuck in the future and see what that's about.
Mhm.
100 years, like 1,000 years, maybe. 1,000 years would probably be a little shocking. I would go back, like baby steps.
Ah.
I don't know. It's all chrome.
Men have
Sure.
boobs.
Wait, that's like now.
Yeah. No, like
Um,
every man.
Oh, they're just like born with them.
They just, yeah, I guess I get them.
And things are different 1,000 years from
Yeah. Men get pregnant.
now.
It's like a seahorse.
I was thinking technology-wise, I don't know what we're gonna be doing.
Oh yeah, crazy shit for sure. People are just gonna be on hover skates or something.
What if nobody was here? Ah, man.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's just a desert.
But like everything was still here, like they left or something.
Mm. No, it'd suck if it's like the movie Time Machine where he's like goes too far forward and it's like a shitty ass primitive
really?
garbage. Yeah, that would suck.
I've never seen Time Machine actually.
Probably watch the original one
that
first
what happens?
before the yeah.
Who's in the original?
I don't know.
Thanks.
I forget.
Um,
Christopher Walken. I don't know.
That's
It's my time machine. Go
the
back.
future.
I need to go back in time. I went too far forwards or some stupid shit. I don't know. That was more of a Woody Allen
That's
impression.
pretty good.
Yeah. Thank you.
A time machine. Someone I saw, I don't know if it was on the internet.
Really?
Was saying how annoyed they were with time machines and time travel concepts in general because if we were to time travel in this spot and go, how far would you like to go back?
It would have to be on solid ground, obviously. You'd fall because
Well,
the house
yeah.
wouldn't be here.
That's true. The house wouldn't be here,
Yeah.
but
so,
even farther than that, the earth has been spinning for a while. Who
yeah.
knows where you'd end up? You could be in the ocean. The earth has also been rotating for a little bit. If you're in that exact same spot in space and time, and
Oh,
you time travel, we're
shit.
just gonna be in
Yeah.
the fucking middle of space somewhere.
Oh Jesus. Yes, it's impossible.
So anyone that's ever tried to time travel has died.
Yeah, there's
Maybe,
no
maybe.
way. Well, I
I don't know,
mean,
it's
you
like-
know, apparently the aliens with the help of, or the Nazis with the help of the aliens have done it. So.
Yeah, if you've seen any ancient alien, if you're well versed in the lore.
But yeah, you'd have to have some sort of, it would have to be some sort of anti-gravity time machine.
You'd have to be able to
Uh,
control location too.
Yeah.
Because if you can't control like the location,
Yeah, literally just.
you're just gonna be in a random point in space. I think
What if you crash into a mountain?
a mountain, but like Earth might not be there. You just might not be. You might just be floating around
Yeah.
space. It's what are the odds that you're gonna land on
Just get
Earth?
flung off the planet, you mean?
You might just not. I mean, this spot right now. I guess if you know what I mean. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not good. You know, the Earth rotates. So.
Yeah. And we're also like slightly moving through the cosmos a little bit.
Mm.
Not exactly in the same location.
Oh, yeah, right. So yeah, just be off the, you know.
That just
Yeah,
be
literally. Yeah, so people are just, you know, what if there's just, what if all the space
It's just
junk
like
is just
floating
time machines?
everything's just the time. Oh
I'm
jeez.
sorry, let's give it a try. I always fucking die every time.
I guess it has to like the time machine has to be able to float around in space.
Yeah, so it'd have
And
to be
then
anti-gravity.
You do your time travel and then you're in space in your ship and you're like,
No.
hope it worked.
Yeah.
Don't know where I am or when I am.
Where
But
would I am?
let's go back to Earth, wherever it is.
Oh my god. Jeez.
At time travel.
That's fucking stupid.
Interesting.
Impossible. Well, you know, if you needed to fix up a movie plot, there you go. You can have it.
Yeah. Maybe we'll make this movie.
Time travel movie. Like, alright, we can
Where are
finally
we?
go.
When are we? I don't know. Space. Again.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
Is weird.
Fascinating.
But maybe they did figure that out in the location and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Maybe there's some sort
those-
of way to super secure yourself to the Earth.
you have to strap yourself down.
You have to, like, some
But then
sort
you're
of
just
crazy.
strapping yourself down to nothing.
Yeah. That's hilarious. What?
The experiments that we could do if we had this cool stuff.
Yeah. It would just
Crazy.
literally
We just have to
be-
wait a very, very long time to get
Yeah.
or like a little bit for singularity to happen and for AI to start inventing a lot of stuff and move us along in every which way in weird directions. So
Yeah, it's just gonna be like Raymond and Rain Man just drawing shit or whatever, just creating shit. We go, oh wow, that's nice. Yep, good one, good one. Just keeps on throwing shit.
of course the next one.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, the AI, the fucking whatever beads Morpheus is made of and that crap. Oh, speaking of this shit, this is amazing. On the subject of more retarded things. Oh my god, this is a great screenshot. I'm just gonna show you this and then we're gonna talk about it.
Is it Morpheus?
This is perfect.
Felt that Lana Wachowski made fun of the Matrix with Matrix.
Yeah,
That's
I felt
kinda how
like
it was.
too.
It was a less serious Matrix movie.
Basically, what you do now with movies is you got to make if you're going to reboot it, you got to make a mockery
kinda
of all
how
the
I
old
felt.
stuff, or just do callback after callback. Apparently, Ghostbusters Afterlife is literally just a redo of Ghostbusters. They just shove like nostalgia in your face from old Ghostbusters, and that's
the
it.
difference between Matrix 1 and Matrix 4 is pretty drastic compared to Ghostbusters 1 and Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
I guess 4.
Yeah.
Is this a fourth Ghostbusters?
There were two, and then there was a chick one that was like
Yeah.
hilariously bad, and then
I thought you liked that one.
no, I did not. Even though Melissa McCarthy's just so hot.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and
you can't have it all.
Kate McKinnon's just so funny. Oh yeah.
Once again, you can't have it all.
Talented. Yeah, you know. But fucking and then now there's this one which is hilarious too. They just took like, you know, and it's funny, they took the kid who literally dressed like a Ghostbuster in Stranger Things. You think they were watching that? They're like, yes!
He'd make a good Ghostbuster,
yes!
I think.
Yeah, we should put him in Ghostbusters movie. Oh, good
And
job.
Then they were surprised when he said yes to millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So,
Wow, we're right.
um,
We're right again. Oh my
there we
god.
go.
He took the role. It must be amazing. That's so fucking funny. Very funny.
We could get a lot of movies made with Neuralink.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of ideas
Yeah.
on the screen.
A lot of better ideas, yeah.
Make our own kid Ghostbusters.
Mm.
I don't think we'll ever get to that point where we're like, we should make a kid Ghostbusters movie.
Redoing anything
Just
is
right.
dumb.
Redoing anything is Yeah.
Redoing any movie is stupid. Why would you just reboot a fucking old movie that came out?
Is there a good reboot that you Is there a reboot you like? I'm trying to
Um,
think of something.
Only because I have not watched the. I probably may not. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's probably those that we haven't
maybe
seen.
if I-
Starsky and Hutch.
That one's fun, you know, because I like Ben Stiller and
Yeah.
Owen Wilson and Snoop Dogg
Who
and
doesn't like any of those
yeah.
people?
and Vince
Is it,
Vaughn's.
does
You know,
anybody
kinda
out there
whatever.
not like Ben Stiller?
I don't know.
I
Hopefully.
don't think there's anybody with a negative opinion. Like I fucking hate that.
Yeah, maybe people who really liked Jerry Stiller instead of him. I don't know.
Maybe.
But they're
Or
like the
like-
same person practically. So
His son's
yeah,
goofus.
they do the
Goofus.
same thing. Yeah. So. But yeah, it was pretty funny reading that article. I liked it.
I want to
Keanu Reeves is
see
like,
the first Matrix again, just so I can purge my
mind of the old
mind
of the fourth one. Yeah.
But no, it wasn't like bad. It just like I was trying to figure out what they were trying to do.
I think it was bad. Well, no, but basically what they were doing is just showing us the Matrix again, and like trying to make a joke. I'm not really sure they were like trying to satirize Warner Brothers making a fourth one by having the video game thing with the perfect trilogy. They're calling it, oh, it's a perfect trilogy, why make a fourth one? So it's literally like self-aware meta crap.
Well, maybe they're like we have the Matrix trilogy,
Yeah.
and then we have this. If
Yeah,
they do that,
maybe.
maybe that's okay.
Yeah, but it seemed like literally there was resistance written into the script. So like, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't know.
And
Neil
it was-
Patrick Harris, I don't know if it was the right. Well, I love me some MPH.
oh my
but
god, he's great. I go to a
I
magic
don't know
show
if
with
he's
him any day. Huh?
Yeah. I don't know if he's like serious enough to play that. They should have gotten. What was
Yeah.
going on with Hugo?
He might have had. I don't know if he's really doing other projects here, but the
Hugo
thing
Weaving
is, they
lied
couldn't.
About being busy, is what you're saying?
Yeah, well, it was weird. I probably did. He's like, actually, however he sounded, I don't know. He might be British. But yeah, Hugo Weaving's too busy. But like literally, Agent Smith was, eliminated, or the program was
Yeah, that's
whatever. And they brought him back anyway, but not as him, but a different guy.
Guess where he was born?
Welsh land. Well,
I'll
Wales.
give you a hint. It's in Africa,
Oh, South Africa.
Nigeria.
Hmm.
No one would ever guess it. This mother.
Okay.
You don't see it?
Oh God, what have his parents done? And what have his ancestors done?
Wow. I didn't even think of that.
It's like his face right
I
there.
don't
He
know
just
if I
showed
like this
me.
guy anymore.
Yeah.
What I just showed you, we were like,
His
he
face
looks
is
a
just all those
little-
realizations of, oh my God, his fucking ancestors are terrible, probably. But no, they brought him back anyway. And why would Agent Smith, who wanted to take over the Matrix and spread it with himself, all of a sudden agree with another program to just be like a pawn keeping Neo somewhere?
Yeah.
Who the program
You're,
took
like,
over the
about to
Matrix?
Go ape shit. Literally, you're like,
Yeah.
oh.
Who fucking? Yeah, I'm sorry. My monkey brain almost took over. Jeez.
Sometimes, man, movies
Yeah.
bring out my monkey brain as well.
Yeah, but like,
I like movies that bring out the monkey brain.
yeah, and why the fuck? Why would that premise work? It's so stupid. Why would he be like, yeah, sure, other program who took over the Matrix, I'll just be your bitch and keep Neo here. Who I guess I hate now. Only him. Like,
Hey, Trinity was back though. I like that.
yeah, it's just like were their soccer family or whatever. I don't know, or kids.
Yeah.
Fake kids.
And then, yeah, she was like, "Fuck them
Yeah.
kids."
And they somehow went back in. Like, they wrote this hilarious thing where the robots like rebuilt them for some reason to put them only back in the thing.
They need them. They need them for the Matrix or whatever.
Yeah, it's just so cool. Their love is just like, oh my God, they made it. I was like, oh my God,
Holds the
you
Matrix
guys gotta shut the
together.
fuck up. Like, can we just end the movie?
Do the kung fu.
Just shut the fuck up. And literally he's like, oh, still no. I'm like, oh, this is bad. But and they had the guy from like the second one who's just like an angry, weird homeless guy yelling from a corner of the scene. And they would show him again. He's like, I didn't have that. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
He came in the room.
It's like, we're going to have all these characters in one scene, and they're just going to be in that scene, and that's it. We're just to bring them back, and they'll each have a line. It's like when they do in the hilarious cop show that we watched yesterday. Was it like CSI, some garbage? They're
was
standing
that?
in a room, and you could literally watch as the fucking the actress was. You could watch her expect the line because she said her line, and before the guy said something, she looks at him. I'm like, you're not supposed to probably do that. Or maybe she's like wanting for some reason that character. I don't know. Stupid. But yeah. Or she's asking for like looking at that guy for like a fucking answer to whatever question. But yeah, it looked like she literally was just expecting the line coming from the guy, and she was looking at him. But yeah, they've dropped to that level of that. What was I even fucking talking about?
The Matrix.
Yeah, the Matrix, of course.
It just gets going, you know.
Yeah, and it
Not
was
as
the
much
guy
as the
Jude.
wrenches.
It was the guy Jude with the raspy voice, a Tim Dillon type.
Jude?
Yeah, right. I know, really forgettable. It was the guy, the blonde-haired fat guy who's got the raspy voice.
In the Matrix.
Yeah, he was like his temp or whatever, or
Mm.
like his male assistant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So dumb.
Oh, I saw that guy. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, why did we have this Nickelodeon star in this movie? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
very,
they-
very
yeah.
hilarious. Very funny.
Like you were saying, it wasn't needed.
No, literally the story was like, I mean, the first one was a standalone,
Gives us
fine
something to talk
film.
about.
Yeah, it does. You know, that's why I watch, sort of, sometimes.
The AI, the transgender stuff, it's always great.
Yeah, it's good. Bring more.
Yeah.
Transgender stuff. That's another thing, like,
The Matrix.
I
James,
guess,
is-
I
is
mean-
clearly a trans allegory.
yeah, like, the digital self is what you portray yourself as or whatever, but, like, I guess that's, like, some sort of very, very chasm-jumping metaphor. I don't know. Whatever. If they want to
Yeah,
do that, that's
from the
fine. I
directors.
didn't get any of that, but if I'm progressive for liking
That's
The
thing,
Matrix,
the,
that's fine.
The movie is able to be
Yeah.
enjoyed through many, many lenses.
Yep.
And I like that.
Progressive for liking Matrix, but you're kind of conservative for liking Ghostbusters because like Trump sided with it.
You sided with Ghostbusters.
Remember the guys?
See,
Oh, we
we
had
have a-
Ghostbusters without women. What's going on?
We have a very interesting society.
Very weird, yeah.
We side with Ghostbusters. men.
Fucking yeah.
Uh,
It's like, okay, I mean the
we
original
find
one was not good.
things. We find
Yeah.
things to compete with, I guess.
Yeah.
But
The original Ghostbusters, not that great.
yeah,
tried
where
to
those
watch it
like
and I
the
was
thing
like,
is,
this
people
weird.
hold on to things that they've seen as a
Mhm.
young person.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's like and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what experiences
Mhm.
are, and like being fond of those. That's
Yeah.
part of life. But none of those. I mean, Rocky was not good,
No, I did not like
Rocky
that at
was
all.
not
It's
good.
like we
Just-
need more lighting.
and like lines that make sense. Maybe some dialogue that isn't
Yeah.
shitty.
Yeah, some dialogue that doesn't sound like two different people from two different
Yeah.
conversations all of a sudden turning and talking to each other.
And the fight scenes suck too.
Yeah, they weren't that great.
They didn't really build it up that much.
No, I was like, oh, they're fighting now. Okay.
So
Yeah, the funny thing is the
people
parodies.
talk about it like it's the greatest.
It is
like,
weird, but people who like
triumph.
wrestling really like Rocky too.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah.
I've never seen Rocky 2, so maybe that's my problem. I mean, we watched the first Rocky and we were like, this is garbage.
Well, I don't know. Is it the second one the one?
Maybe they started writing lines for the other ones.
Oh, so they were like, all right, guys, we actually got to come back with something for this sequel.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
I'll give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, maybe the second one is when he like wakes up and cracks the eggs and then like drinks those and then punches some beef or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, punches some beef.
He's
That's not like
definitely
code for
punching a lot
whacking
of
it.
beef in the.
Punch some beef.
It's like
They've been
like-
punching the beef, bro.
it's like that a
Write
thing
that
like
down.
you've been being promiscuous.
They've been punching the beef.
Punch the beef lately. How's your beef life?
Beef. Oh my god.
The Ghostbusters, yeah, they weren't like world-beating movies like with
No.
Oscar-worthy performances.
No.
Dan Aykroyd
No. Yeah.
and
And-
Bill. I
yeah.
mean Bill Murray. So that makes people think it's like an Oscar-worthy thing.
Mm. I
But
guess.
Osmosis Jones
Pretty good.
is better.
Yeah.
That's a movie right there.
That is a damn movie. With Bill Murray.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you
And-
seen? I've never seen Groundhog Day.
Me either. We should check it out. Apparently he's a dick who just keeps repeating the same day.
Apparently.
And once he's a dick, once he's not a dick anymore, the day changes.
Oh really?
I don't know.
He's just being an asshole the whole time.
I think so. Yeah.
Like Tom Cruise and Rain Man.
Yeah. Or yeah. Yep. I don't know if he's calling people
never been a
retards
bigger
left and
asshole in
right.
any movie.
Yeah, it's pretty gigantic. I was like, wow, holy crap, you guys really, really struck a home run with this Tom Cruise guy, telling him to be an asshole.
You ever seen that movie, Hour and 27 Minutes?
That's pretty nuts. Yeah, that one.
It's crazy he spent that long out there.
Yeah, and he's a real asshole in that.
Yeah, he's a dick. Cuts off someone's arm.
Yeah. But yeah, that was nuts. I don't know how that would have happened. That's why you don't go climbing alone anywhere, basically, and stuff.
Yeah. I think we were talking about this the other day. We were like, we somehow got on the topic of parallel universes. I don't know if we were or if I just like thought of this, but or read a comment somewhere and got off on that train of thought. But the nicest people on our Earth, if there's parallel universes, are probably like the inverse of that.
Yeah.
Maybe the most evil.
Yeah,
Biggest
like
dicks of that universe. Rob Lowe,
oh,
Betty
yeah.
White.
Yeah, like eating babies or something.
Yeah, like
Baby soup.
Rob Lowe was probably a dictator in some area.
Yeah.
Think about that smile and that voice, that laugh
Literally.
with more reverb though. It's a little bit more evil.
Ridiculous, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see who else.
Literally, I mean, the nicest people. Magic Johnson.
Yeah, he's giving instead, I don't know, takes on Twitter
He's like
about
a
how.
Genghis Khan type
yeah.
character on some other
Jesus.
Earth. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to
Yeah.
put that on Magic. That's how nice he is. That's a compliment, really.
Yeah.
These are compliments to all these people. Rob Lowe. Who is the nicest? I don't know why I think Rob Lowe's the nicest.
I mean, he seems pretty nice. Tom Hanks or
Tom Hanks.
yeah.
Genuine.
Genuine man. Tom Hanks.
Oh, he's just really good at acting like that. Anyone that's ever played like a convincing mentally
Yeah.
ill person.
Keep looking over there like the fuck. Hilarious. I mean, like, yeah, we got Walton Goggins. He's probably a really sweet
Yeah.
dude in real life.
He has to be able to play that piece of shit role. and
Yeah.
everything.
Or like,
Baby Billy.
you know, he's probably great. But yeah, he's terrible. He's actually that character in some sort of other.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it was Jennifer Nettles. Dude, because I recognized her voice
Yeah.
singing, and I was like, I think that's someone, but she didn't look like Jennifer Nettles at all.
Yeah, then I saw her face and I was like, wait, am I a believer?
Am I a believer, Olivia?
No, is it fucking Smash Mouth song or whatever?
I'm a believer.
Fucking, oh god. So
Oh, I get
funny. But no, that's very, very good, Jennifer.
She's a good actress too. I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she's
mean,
good at
she's
playing
versatile.
characters.
This,
yeah.
that Bon Jovi thing, like years ago.
They play the Bon Jovi only version in stores
Really?
around here. Yeah, it's
Damn,
so
they
funny.
just like for a little
Yeah.
bit cut out Jennifer Nettles from that completely.
It's pretty funny. But yeah, they play like the stadium country crap. So
yeah,
whatever.
ever since that one song from Sugarland, the woohoo, where she's in the pool and like.
Yeah, I was like, all right, so you guys
I
are
was
done.
done.
Jumped the damn
But
shark.
didn't they have a good one? What was it good? Why did we know of Sugarland?
I don't
They
know.
just had a lot of songs that we generally listen. Sometimes would hear Jennifer Nettles.
Yeah, when we were like 10 or 11, we enjoyed countries. Or
We
when
had
I
no
was-
choice, I guess.
Yeah, it was just around. It was
If
our
I had a
environment.
Neuralink, I would have played whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
Why am I looking up Jennifer Nettles?
Jennifer Nettles.
Sugarland. Did they have a song that was good? That we liked?
I don't recall.
It's two people? Oh yeah, it's her and Danny McBride, I forgot. No, I'm just kidding. It's not
What?
Danny-
I was
it's
like,
not
what the
Danny
fuck?
McBride. But what a writer. He's like, maybe he's been writing this for a long time.
I bet he has. He's had that in his back pocket.
Yeah. And
It's like,
he's
guess what?
slowly
One
been
time.
assembling the best cast
Yep.
and
Let's
like
not roll this
meeting
shit out.
people, and he's like his character in the show.
Yeah.
Let's not roll this shit out, this plan
Yep.
we're gonna make.
Yeah. He
It's
just,
funny
you know.
'cause they're all already rich in the show,
hmm
but they could just be nice. if they
Yeah, it's
wanted
pretty
to.
funny.
They're not.
Yeah.
No, that it's a man. Does HBO know how to make a show
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy.
and have a
shit.
bunch of characters that are assholes, but you want them to win?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We were rooting for the Soprano family. It's like, oh my god, come on. This crime family
You
has to
can
stay
do it.
together. Yeah. You can do it, criminals.
Yeah, fuck those guys up.
Yeah. Yes, they won the criminal war. Whee! Soprano
had by
dominance.
proxy.
Yes.
I'm so happy about
It's fucking hilarious. Oh, blah. Yeah.
I identify.
Yeah. But that makes me, wow, holy crap. We should start a church for real.
We should start a church.
Yeah, we know what to
We'll
say.
start a meta church. I'm down for that.
Oh, my goodness. That'd be so much easier.
Yeah, we'll get the podcast going, do a meta
Yeah.
church.
If it's not seen as complete horseshit by that time.
Yeah, religion will be over by the time that we start a church.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Be out of style.
Yeah. No one will care. No, people will always be around. But yeah, that was pretty hilarious.
What did we do this weekend?
What
Last
did we
weekend.
do? Grilled some meats.
We grilled some meats. We grilled some meats and we
Some
watched
delicious
some violence.
short
And
ribs.
Boy, was there some violence. I mean,
Mhm.
the prelim where the guy
Some serious violence.
blooded everything up.
Yeah, that was great. That was...
Yeah, it looked like he was
Yeah.
about to be done for, like, beat up. And
Yeah,
then
pouring blood out.
he came
Literally.
back and beat the shit out of the other guy. It knocked him out.
Yeah, it was crazy. I thought he was going to pass out because, like, a gash
would-
like that over the... It was, like, right below the eyebrow, kind of on the side. So he definitely opened up a vein or, like,
Oh,
an
yeah,
artery
there's
on the
stuff there.
side of his head or some shit. Like, all these veins are right here. I mean, like, just a collection
Yeah, if
of,
you
like,
just, like-
pulsating veins. Like, if you feel them, basically you kind of feel like a
And
pulse a little
You're
bit.
in a fight, so his heart rate is going at
Oh,
crazy
yeah.
speed. He's on the ground.
And
He's, like,
literally...
leaking blood.
Yeah,
out of
literally
his
a
face.
trickle. It's not a
Oh.
drip. It's just coming out, and like they're on the ground doing the fucking rolling around, and like I didn't. He was a lighter color by the end of the fight.
Yeah, and he won it. He was like, he asked for a double
crazy.
bonus. I hope he got it, but he's like,
Please, yeah.
Dana, I kind of need money.
Give me
Hey,
some,
like,
give
he
me
was
some
like-
blood.
It's crazy they got to do that at the end of their fights and stuff, and like ask for money.
Beg for money
Uh,
after a
but-
fight.
And Dana was probably like, you know what? After that, yeah, but I have 4 bonuses, bro.
God.
He probably didn't, but
No.
that was probably the best fight of the night. The Tuivasa, Derek Lewis was awesome.
That was crazy.
It was emotional.
Yeah, emotional. Either one would have been like, no.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like if either one of them got knocked out, it's like, oh,
There's no winner at the end of that one. There's
I'm
not
sorry.
yeah.
Oh, the other guy.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Tuivasa walked out to girls just want to have fun.
Very funny. Okay, that's how you know. I was like, oh, I don't know. He
He
might
has
be a little more
everybody
confident
laughing.
here. Yeah.
In like he's just going in there,
A jovial murderer.
jovial murderer.
Like Ted Bundy was probably just the best guy to be around if you're a man. If you're a man
He
without.
had a guy that he couldn't overpower or be a piece of shit to.
Yeah,
Um,
if you're bigger than him, he's probably just like your best friend.
Yeah, probably a nice guy. Theodore.
Yeah, Dahmer
like,
must
"Call me
have been.
Theodore."
Yeah, Dahmer must have been funny. If he can't kill you.
Well, the thing is, in that movie, he wasn't.
Yeah, no, he wasn't super good.
He was trying to.
That
fit
wasn't
in.
cool.
The what were we talking about right before that? Fights.
Fighting,
Tuivasa.
yes.
He came out to Barbie Girl, the previous fight. I looked up his previous fights. And I was like, he has been doing this.
It's like, oh,
So
my
he-
Barbie girl in the Barbie world. That's fucking hilarious.
He has like the cut man laughing and like staying away from him, kind of.
It's like, he's a
Um,
psycho.
Yeah.
Pretty fun though.
And yeah, he's a fun fighter. He's a new star.
Yeah,
And he just like worked his way up to the big boys, Stipe
yeah,
and Ngannou.
pretty nuts.
I'm not even gonna mention Jones until he fights.
Yeah, he needs
somebody
to
at
like
that weight.
get some fighting going.
But that would be a good guy to start with.
He needs to stop hitting people with his car or hitting people's cars. I can't remember what he did.
He needs to start hitting people with his car or hitting his wife, and then
Yeah,
hit somebody in the octagon.
yeah, hit some, practice on whatever first, and then shake the rust off.
Yeah, shake
Uh,
the I don't know, domestic violence off, and
Yeah,
get in there and pick on somebody your own size.
yeah, he's a Twitter fighter right now.
Yeah, he's clearly the greatest UFC fighter there ever was.
Mhm.
And if I was in his presence, I would never say 86. But
Yeah, no.
I'm never gonna hear this, so it's cool.
Yeah,
So yeah. Honestly, he's getting older though. He
Mhm.
doesn't really. I mean, at light heavyweight, he was better than everybody and like had a good amount of power and a variety of strikes. But he's never been a big knockout guy, like a big one-hit knockout
Mhm.
dude. So in the heavyweight division, his hit's gonna be like, as effective. I don't know, but he's always been like a dominator and more of like a like he'll just beat you up the whole fight and and make you want to quit.
Yeah.
Not just using fists, but elbows and kicks and lots of knees and dirty shit. But I want to see him fight. What's going on? Fight Stipe right now.
Yeah, come on, have an interim out of nowhere.
They're probably going to have to because Francis Ngannou has to get surgery.
Mm-hmm.
He's got surgery and a contract negotiation to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
So either he goes and boxes for one fight and makes more money than he ever made in the entire UFC, and then maybe comes back to the UFC, or he just like signs a bigger deal. I don't know.
It's gonna have to be the equivalent or more of the boxing one.
It won't be.
Yeah, so
Impossible.
boxing.
But
Do boxing.
he could box Tyson Fury. Obviously, that won't go well, unless he knocks him out in the first round. But Fury is like vastly superior boxing. It's like a different sport. There's no kicking in that. If they should do a deal where they do one boxing match, and then he brings him into the octagon. Something like that.
Maybe
I'd like to see
kickboxing.
that happen because the pro boxers are never gonna walk into an MMA fight.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But MMA fighters will be stupid enough to think they can box.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of them are good boxers though. So I don't know. Adesanya was a little bit of a
yeah, snoozer.
yeah.
Real
I
snooze
want to
fest.
see more volume. Like there was volume, but I want to see more.
Yeah,
honestly.
show me some hard hits, man. Punch
He's
the shit
facing a
out
guy
of him.
that is really good as well. But
Yeah.
I think they should just. He's gonna fight Cannonier next, but honestly, they should do that trilogy in a couple of months.
They should like not even do the Cannonier fight with him because literally
Yeah,
Cannonier was kind of.
Because I want to see them get a little bit more mean.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like the guy, I mean, I totally respect not wanting to take years off the guy's life, but Cannonier could easily like that. What was the guy's name? Something I forgot who he was fighting. Brunson. He was stumbling for like 30 seconds, and he could have just popped him one time and been done.
And like,
you know? But instead
he was
decided
not that great. Like he was trying to hit him. Like
Yeah.
I think maybe the drunken movement of Brunson actually helped him there. He like wasn't getting hit as much.
I think so.
He
Yeah,
like,
there was
wobbling
just
around and then like dodging punches, but then the elbows took care of him.
yeah. He decided to do that instead. It's like, oh my god, cause damage instead of just knock the guy out.
I think he said he was gonna do like one more fight and then maybe retire.
Yeah, Brunson.
Oh,
Jeez.
well. Let's see.
Jeez, Arena. We got the first fight of the night that happened with a broken elbow.
Oh my god, that was gross.
After the guy came back for after a year of
Yeah, that guy. Well, was that one? It was like a different.
Maybe it was
Still, I don't know if we talked about that. That was pretty gross. I mean, it was like my debut.
You know what? Actually, that was before last
Postponed.
weekend. Yeah, never mind. A week ago before
Maybe,
that.
yeah.
I
But
think.
Anyway, it's always a good event when you got short ribs,
Yeah, not good.
some kiwis.
Yeah, we did meat
Yeah.
and fruit.
Meat and
Yeah.
fruit was like
Yeah.
the diet for that day. It was real primitive.
Yeah, pretty good shit the next morning too. I mean, I don't know. That might be the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the thing. Meat and fruit.
Yeah.
It's whatever works for you. We're all different. And like, people need to. I think we need to look at nutrition differently.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. I took
Like,
a.
there's not like a one size fits all diet.
No, there's not.
People try to do that and then it doesn't
Done.
work for them because they're them.
Yeah, the best diet is the one that works for you.
And if Neuralink doesn't do any of the ridiculous or like the more speculative things that it does, at the very least, it's going to collect a lot of information from the brain
Yeah.
about whoever it's in, and that can be used for a lot of shit, like a lot of research purposes. But if they can then get it to display just all of your like vital functions and help you
Mhm.
figure out what diet is best for you, how does this react with your liver or with this part of your body, if they can get it even that
Yeah.
that good, that can really help humans with our diets.
Yeah.
Live
Hopefully it's
longer.
not just all going to be a bunch of information for the health insurance and shit
Oh.
companies to store.
Hopefully not. We'll see. Once again, like we were talking about, humans are in charge of this technology, so
Mm-hmm.
it will likely be flawed.
Yep.
But the bad or the good might outweigh the bad in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's up to like people to decide. But you kind of get left behind if like any of this is possible if you
Mhm.
don't have one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different race of a person, kind of different, just separate human.
I could see that being a topic of tribalism or
Yeah,
like a thing.
non-augmented.
Like, yeah, you got people who maybe will never ever want to do it, and they'll like I don't know, and there will be people that do it that then start to fucking look down, or like that will be like, oh yeah, you have or the people already do it with iPhone and Android, and it's
Mhm.
literally the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yep, it's already happening.
So they would just be like, I'm superior, but they not would be superior, but you would definitely see some differences in activity.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever, we'll see what happens. I'm down
Yeah, whatever.
for a brain implant.
Yeah, Xbox and PlayStation is that way.
Yeah.
Super tribalistic that
Yeah.
way.
There'd be a lot more room for nuance and middle ground, I think, in people's conversations.
Yep.
We always want to like we want to label something and find a pattern in something, so we want to be a Sith and deal in absolutes or like binaries.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, it's not as cut and dry or black and white as we want it to be.
Yep. A lot of time it just don't go the way it be.
It don't go the way it be,
Don't
but
be the way
this
it
went
go.
the way it did.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, I guess, end it.
Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll take
Good
us
Chillin'
out. Let me
podcast.
make sure I got all my shit that I was going to talk about. Yeah, pretty much. It's all done. Didn't even look at the list really. That was another episode of the Chillin' podcast. Never frozen, fresh, bone in. I'm going to keep doing that. I think it's pretty funny.
Yes.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you wind up viewing this.
Yeah.
Goodbye.